Today, Precarious plays
Endless Legend. Why are we playing this game? Did I answer that at the beginning of the series? I think I was busy talking about sort of like the fundamentals of how to play.
Yeah, I was quizzing you because I wanted to see how close this was to my experience, which is, I mean, like, pretty close. But, no, why are we playing?
The reason why we're playing this game over, say, Beyond Earth, or the most recent Civ, or the Civ that I have the most DLC for, which I'm pretty sure is Civ 6 and Civ 5 respectively, to be perfectly honest. Civ always just sort of melds together for me. Or why we're not just playing Alpha Centauri, right?
Yeah.
The reason why is because this game looks and sounds much better than it really needs to, or kind of has any right to.
Yeah.
I really like a lot of the visual elements for this title. I will say that I think that they took the same style and executed it more successfully in Endless Space 2. And I think that they're coming out with a new title that might just be called Humankind or Humanity. It seems to cut much closer to like Civilization's aesthetic and what's the genre?
Yeah.
Like it's historical.
Oh, okay.
Historical fiction, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's the main reason why we're playing. I wish that we could listen to the game's audio while we play, because it has very beautiful, very distinctive ambiance tracks that play. And if I remember correctly, let me check this, because this is important. Oh, I should probably do this just in case. Apologies. It's close enough to when we were pre-recording. There it is. I love this feature in any game that you can play for a long period of time and do basically the same activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, just silence between music adds a lot to that music. Like one of the things that makes it difficult to go back to some Harvest Moon titles, even though mechanically I prefer them to Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
By and large, is it does not have silence between a lot of the music tracks. And Stardew Valley is actually very serene and beautiful whenever like you're in the middle of the fall and the music fades out and then the trees blow and tiny little like pixelated leaves. Yeah. And they just fly away. All right, time to get started with playing, but I just wanted to cover that. That's why we're playing. And mechanically, it's also really compelling just because it's very tidy, and I like a lot of the systems. Like, I love the regions. How that... It's basically like, if you want players to play a certain way, make them.
Yeah.
Don't leave it in their hands, because they will find a way to... They'll make it ugly, they'll abuse every system you provide, if it gives them a small advantage for the most part. So it's like, no, you can't just build itty-bitty crappy little cities, row after row after row of them, just because it's the most efficient. You just one town per region, that's your lot, deal with it. And just the whole game is like I like the way that the resource boosters work, the luxury resource boosters. And the big one is the fact that the factions, it's not fair to say that it feels like a completely different game.
Yeah.
But it does feel very different, switching from most factions to most other factions.
Yeah, I don't remember, like, when I would play Civilization, I mean, I don't remember it being all that crazy different. I mean... When I would play like a random faction, I wasn't ever like, oh no, I'm this nation, what will I do? I was really more concerned about where I was on the map than anything. That felt like much more of a game changer. Whereas, like, when we were trying to pick out who we would play as in those conversations, like, it was really, really different.
So one thing that I looked up between sessions is I was trying to look up a formula for how the pearls are generated.
Yeah.
I didn't find any specific information, just that winter, they have a chance to accumulate at some improved rate if you leave them for a bit. But the wiki did remind me to check out all of these buildings. I'm afraid that I already made a couple mistakes. Now, it's not too bad because honestly, because I've been so low on pearls, I wouldn't really be able to afford very many of these anyway. But there are some really powerful buildings that I think I'm going to go ahead and... I mean, it'll make it... I'll really only be able to afford one of each, but I think I only have one of each in mind right now. So I'll go ahead and grab them both. So the strategic intensifier, it is a district tile that you have to put on a strategic resource extractor, and it provides powerful bonuses. Then there's the Abbey of Anomalies, that it doubles the output of an anomaly that you place it on.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, I think in one case I already... Like right here, there is one for luxury boosters. So this spice could have been worth twice as much and it would have been just nice and in line. That would have been great.
Yeah.
You can't deconstruct districts, so that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna work out for me. But I could put the Abbey of the Abbey of Luxury. Is that what it's called? I just looked at it. The Abbey of Anomalies. Sorry, I could put the Abbey of Anomalies right here, and it won't be able to level up to tier 2. But it will double the happiness in addition to a bunch of that other, like the anomaly output, right? Because the life tree is providing 10 happiness, and that district will double it. And I wasn't planning on putting a district there anyway, because like I'm not going to get the exploitation from those tiles. So that's a pretty good return, and I can just have the little doubled strategic intensifier right there.
Yeah.
And it will, at least, at a minimum, it will double the resources that I get from that. Which I think is a fair trade. The only thing that I'm worried about is I think I might wait just a little bit longer until once I can mine these two elements, like as soon as I progress to this era, I think that means all of the resources will be available. Like they'll all show up on the map. So I'm going to hold off on it until then.
Just in case.
Just in case maybe like, I don't know, one of these tiles is Hyperium or something. That could be pretty handy. But this one I'm going to go ahead and do right now. I'm going to queue it up. So the Abbey of Anomalies. Where do I want to put it? Could I put it there? Why am I not allowed to put it there? Did I already put something there? Oh, of course. That's what's there right now. Production and gold or dust from rumbling stones. And that's food and dust. I think I'm actually gonna wait and put it over on that one. Yeah. Because this is turning into, because it has like the industrial megapole, it's turning into sort of like a production focused town. Here then. And this will, I think, it'll count as sort of like a nice freebie. Abbey of Anomalies. Yeah, because that's a happiness tile. Yeah. Yep. So again, it's going to be one that's just sort of like hanging out, you know? So it's not going to get Like, what's the bonus of actually leveling it up? Food. If it levels up, it gives you a pretty significant food bonus. Which would be nice, but just doubling that happiness bonus is pretty substantial all on its own. Wizard Stone, so that's happiness and science and production. That's not bad. So I'm gonna put that right up there. Oh, there's something that I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah.
I think that we should hire a 4th hero because we can afford it.
Oh, okay.
And still have extra left over.
What will their job be?
Another stay-at-home hero.
Well,
so we'll have 2 of each.
Let's get another dragon buddy. Or a spooky boy. One of those, like, spooky guys. Not her.
Army defense, dust. Army defense. Army defense. Army damage defense. Industry efficiency. Army defense. Influence boost plus army health boost. Army boost. I think that isn't the one. That's not a new copy that we of one we already have. Is it Laka Spasar?
I don't know. I don't remember.
No, it is not.
Okay.
We have a lore keeper. Okay.
Lore keeper.
What are you about, lore keeper? They already have one of their points put into the class tree. Which isn't great. What is influence boost? Oh, duh. It just increases influence. What about you? Man, they also have sort of a wasted point.
Do you think it's because you're kind of later in the game?
I think that might be part of it. Like, I think that they automatically spend a certain number of points and they, like, level up with the age that you're in, I believe. Still, that is not bad at all. +2 industry per person. And they are great home buddies.
Yeah.
Because you see that?
Yeah.
It just gives +1 of everything per level per person.
Yeah.
And go up that way and get the science and then influence and then dust, which are all percentage based, so they'll sort of blow up late in the game. I think I like this person. Exit, the chosen, the third.
Okay. I like the architecture of that top half there. It's neat. I don't want to call it a head necessarily because it feels like a plural, but I don't want to assume. I don't
know.
I would like to see them. That feels like a head, but maybe it's.
But I don't know if they're constructs. I don't know if there's anything inside that.
They look like a hammerhead head. Like a hammerhead shark, but instead of the eyes on the ends, it's just more faces. They look neat, is what I'm saying. Although, you know what? Like, I feel like there are very few things in this game that don't look neat. You know, more to your point at the top of this episode. And the ones that don't look neat are just horrifying, and I think intentionally so. So, good job, everybody. 10 out of 10 graphics. Yeah, that guy's cool. You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
I can't remember exactly the name. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know the Adventure Time universe?
Yeah.
Glob?
Oh, yeah.
That four-faced...
Glob.
I think it's just Glob.
I thought that like each side was
Oh, like Glob and Bob
Gob.
and Job or something.
glob, gob, gorb, gop.
Yeah,
Dumb.
I don't remember now, but it was a thing. But he reminds me of that powerful being, only like in a different mood. You know?
It's just not feeling quite the same way.